I'm Vicki Balfour, and today I'm going to tell you a bit about the history of whaling and the transition from whaling to whale watching. Here I am in the Antarctic Peninsula, a world full of snow, ice and magnificent wildlife. Once upon a time this place would have been filled with commercial whaling vessels. Nowadays, however, people don't come here to hunt the whales, instead they come here to watch them. Whaling in Antarctica began at the end of the 19th century, when various nations came down using sailing boats to hunt the slow-moving, easy-to-catch species, the southern right whales and the humpback whales. These whales were hunted because of the vast quantities of oil which they rendered. When the whales were killed, they would float at the surface, which made them easy to collect and be dragged to shore, where the carcasses would be processed at shore stations. However, it didn't take long for these whales to be driven to non-sustainable commercial levels. So what happened next? Dr. Sonja Heinrich from the University of St Andrews tells us more.
At around 1923-1924, they invented the factory ships, which were very large vessels that could actually have a stern-hauling slip where you would pull the whale up onto the ship to process it on deck, on site. And we also had the invention of steam engines and of the explosive harpoons. So ships became faster, they had a better killing method, and they could process the whales right where they were being caught, out at sea.
Along with the benefits of not having to return to shore to process the carcasses, this also meant that faster-moving pelagic whale species could be caught. Therefore, the focus of commercial whaling shifted to hunting the two largest species, blue whales and fin whales. But because thousands of these whales were being caught every year, their populations quickly crashed, and so whalers moved on to hunting the smaller sei whales, and eventually the even smaller minke whales. It wasn't until the moratorium in 1986 that commercial whaling officially ceased. Overall, it is estimated that more than 2 million whales were killed in Antarctica due to commercial whaling. And since the moratorium, although some populations, such as humpback whales, have made a remarkable recovery, others, such as the blue whale, are still listed as endangered. There was a huge shift in attitudes towards whales after the moratorium, and instead of going out to hunt whales with harpoons, people began hunting whales with cameras instead. Nowadays, whale watching is a $2 billion industry, and tourists come from all over the world to see these magnificent animals in their summer feeding grounds in Antarctica. Tourist vessels take over 35,000 people each year to see whales in Antarctica. While there, tourists get the opportunity to see these animals up close, only 30 metres away, when taken out on the small Zodiac boats. Such experiences can be life-changing for passengers, as you can see from the excitement of these students from the University of St Andrews, as they describe their first ever encounter with humpback whales.
Oh God! Oh. Again, no words. Just unbelievable.
Complete 360 of wildlife.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That sums it up. No words can describe whale blow spray in your face.
Although whale watching is important for teaching tourists about the value of conservation for these once hunted animals, it can have a negative impact on the whales, especially if critical behaviours are disturbed if vessels approach too closely. So although whale watching is a benign form of using whales, which is of course endlessly better than killing whales, it is important that whale watching is carefully regulated to help protect these wonderful animals. So, from whaling to whale watching, we've come a long way, and I hope through watching this podcast you've learnt a lot about this transition and how important this has been for the conservation of whales and the future of this wonderful place, Antarctica.